And we're back. So, last time we began the siege. We began the siege of Bakhchisarai, the capital of the Khanate in the Crimea here. And these guys are vassals, or at least allies of the Ottomans, who is our main opponent right now. So it'll be pretty nice if we can take the Crimea, have a Black Sea port just like Catherine the Great wanted, then move on to the Ottomans, take Moldavia, and then push down this way, destroy Dagestan here, Chechnya, and then move into Armenia, and maybe absorb Georgia at the same time, because why not? And another thing about this mod is that they've increased the price of fortifications, which is a good thing, so hopefully we'll see less of them, or hopefully we won't see them at all, and then that'll eliminate fort battles, which are terrible. Okay, so our army here is pretty much okay with what's going on. The enemy is building fortifications, so we besiege them at a good time. I think, in fact, we could attack and destroy them. And you know what? I think that's what we're going to do. It's time to destroy the Khanate. Because I don't want the Ottomans to come and reinforce them or anything, and all that jazz. But of course, that'll leave us with a front wide open with the Ottomans. So let's say Sweden attacked us in the north, we wouldn't be in great shape given the tiny, pathetic nature of our armies. But, you know, such is the life in the Russian Empire before it really got to develop anything. Let's check out our troops here. Yeah. Okay, so we've got Russian musketeers, got our general. The other thing about Empire, doesn't say the name of the general in battle, so you just forget who it is. We've got dragoons here, which is nice. Oh, we've got 2 units of dragoons. We got a couple generals going on here. And also, if you have other generals, the general's portrait doesn't show up, so they might as well be totally faceless. But, you know, Empire's issues aside, if we put artillery right behind a little hill, they'll just fire into the hill, so we don't want to do that. We want to let our artillery have maximum effect, and we'll put them up here. They should have a good angle to fire. Yeah, should be all good for now. And what have we got here? We'll put our dragoons over here. Maybe we'll flank them. And okay, so in Empire Realism, there's a greater importance on having reserve units. And that's not really so important in the main game. All you have to do is kind of overwhelm... Oh, nice Cossacks. All you have to do is kind of just bring all your troops in a line and overwhelm the AI, which is totally incompetent.
Tire your enemy out by keeping them constantly...
Oh, I gotta turn this guy off. Goodbye. So, In Empire Realism, your troops lose morale much faster if they're bogged down. So honestly, I'm not 100% sure how I should play this out. I haven't played in a while. So let's just see. It'll showcase the mod a little bit, which is always a good thing. If you go on Total War Center forums, you'll find a lot of really fantastic mods that deserve exposure, including Empire Realism. Of course, mods for pretty much every Total War. Put our main general over there, and our other one behind the irregulars here. And when these guys come forward, I'll have the dragoons come around and set up. Okay, my Cossack irregulars are prepared to fire on these Cossacks here. They're trying to get a flank going, I'm sure. Which is a nice change from the usual Empire stuff. They disappeared. I guess they're hiding in the forest. But I'll keep these irregulars facing that way so that... hey guys, you gotta turn around. Guys? Guys? Can you turn around? Okay, that's nice. Okay. Yeah, so as you can see, the AI is doing okay at making a line. Certainly better than sending 1 or 2 units at a time. And that's actually nice to see. Yeah, the AI in Empire Realism, definitely better. Better than vanilla. That's for sure. Vanilla, of course, meaning unmodded Empire. Ah, so the Khanat's bodyguards are a bit stronger than European generals' bodyguards, which I suppose is accurate. Oh, good work. Yeah, see? So the Cossacks tried to charge right at our infantry. And you cannot do that in Empire Realism. If you make a mistake, you'll pay for it. You'll have units routing all the time. You gotta charge from the back with cavalry. Okay, so our musketeers, or our Cossack infantry, has engaged. So our Cossack infantry has engaged. Is the enemy firing back? They're firing back a little bit. It's good to see. Got a bit of a firefight going on. Let's move our dragoons behind everything so that we don't get shot at here. Oh, looks like they're gonna try and shoot us. I'll tell you what, let's do this. And then we'll dismount and start firing. What have we got here? Enemy Cossacks are routing. Okay. So let's dismount and engage. And then we'll move forward once these musketmen are out here. Yeah, so the enemy, they mostly have armed populace here in the middle. And the AI is confused, as per usual. But our troops are doing their best. Okay, so our dragoons have engaged. Let's move these guys a little closer to flank a little bit. I always forget in Empire when you select and move that way, it by default you walk instead of run, like in the newer Total Wars. Oh, they're forming up a little weird here. So let's form up this way so that they don't flank us. Oh, our general was hit. That's not nice. Okay, so the Khanate is fleeing. Let's set up our regulars over here. As the Cossacks, as their Cossack infantry comes into range. Yeah. In fact, let's do something interesting. Let's move these dragoons to face these guys at point-blank range and see how the enemy responds. Yeah, see? So I'm flanking them, and they are going to rout, as it should be. The enemy's not going to just stand there for hours and get outflanked. Yep. Good work. I'd say it's time to mount up and chase these guys. And I'll mount these dragoons as well. Get back on your horse. And chase these guys. Perfect. Okay, the enemy is routing. Set these guys up over here. Yeah, the armed populace is more of a token force than anything. Alright, these guys are mounted. Oh, they're routing our Cossack infantry. Yeah, see, so troops rout much faster, even after very low casualties. Okay, hit those musketmen from behind, and the battle should be pretty much over. And also troops have a chance to come back much... there's a very high chance that they'll stop routing once they get to a safe distance. Just like in real life, you know. Generals, if they were too aggressive in chasing down opponents, they could end up in some deep trouble. Yep, and I think they're gonna rout. They are routing. So let's move the dragoons out of there. Yes. So let's have these dragoons chase these guys. just to make sure they stay routed. And you know what? Let's have a nice cavalry face-off with the general. See what we can do. Yep. The enemy general was overwhelmed. Jahan Abbasi. And I think they're done. I'm not sure who's left. Oh, they've got a unit of musketmen back here. What are they doing? They're the only ones that remembered that they're on the defensive in this battle, since I'm assaulting. So here's what we'll do. Oh, my infantry are back. So let's set up these infantry that kind of took the brunt of the enemy assault. Up a little forward. We got these guys. We'll send them forward to engage that infantry unit. And we'll have my dragoons. I'll also bring up the generals. I'll have my main general move with the basic force. And I'll have my other general move up here to be with the other troops. And don't forget, units tire out and lose cohesion in Empire Realism. So that's the big thing. If your units maintain their cohesion, especially infantry, then their morale will be okay and they'll fight. But if they lose a couple guys and the lines get messed up, or if they run somewhere and they kind of are a hectic mess trying to get organized, then that'll totally mess up their morale. Let's set up our dragoons real close here and see if the AI reacts. The AI is reacting, so let's stay back here. Let's speed up time to finish the conclusion of this battle, since the AI cannot win. Okay. Oh, they're coming far forward here. So let's move this way. I'll have the general in the back. You know, let's just move the musketeers to engage, and then we'll charge them with the dragoons. Okay, and they should be routing since their flank is totally exposed. And they've got troops firing on them from the front. They're done. That was quick. Okay, let's move the horses out of there. Yeah, let's end the battle. I wouldn't call it heroic. It was kind of abusive. So, there you have it. That was an example of a Empire Realism battle. really, you've got a flank, and units route real quickly. If you make mistakes, you'll be punished. Like, even I had a unit that routed, and I wasn't even close to losing. So, it's a really unique battle system, I think. And, you know, it's too bad. If the AI was a little better, that would have been a more interesting battle. But I think once we face off against more disciplined armies, maybe the Ottomans and the Swedes later, we'll start getting some really interesting battle tactics going on. Well, anyway, I gotta run, so I'll leave the rest of the campaign, or I'll leave the next part to the next episode. See you then.